Aromie here. Welcome back to our life. We are going to be playing errands now. Ooh, new background. Okay. I miss when I could go to the farmer's market. From the moment you woke up, you knew that today was going to be busier than usual. There was a list of errands that needed to be finished before the day was done. First up was visiting one of the biggest farmer's markets in the area. It was only open 2 weekends a month during certain parts of the year. It was rare that you and your family were able to attend, so your moms liked to make the most out of it every minute of it. First up was visiting one of the big sorry. And you realized it was not just them feeling that way when you heard a whistle from your left side. Oh, Mr. Holden! Well, this is a swanky show. Vegetables have never seemed so highbrow. Seriously, they don't mess around with their products.
Isn't that great?
Isn't it exciting? Oh, my parents are getting so old, and Mr. Holden has not aged at all. His hair just got longer, he got more handsome all of a sudden. Liz crossed her arms and you could tell she was amused. We couldn't have picked a more perfect trip. It's been too long since we've had a true family outing. Well, missing Cove's mom, Kara, right? Her teasing tone said more than she actually did. Your next door neighbors had joined the stay, and that's what made it a true family outing. The three parents laughed approvingly. Out of the corner of your eye, you caught Cove looking at you sympathetically. Some things never changed, and some jokes never died. You'd long accepted that. When you're excited to check things out, you thought this trip might be fun, you shrugged. You felt uncomfortable, you were in a bad mood, this trip was a waste of your time. No. You were excited to check things out. There were so many stalls, you couldn't even imagine what hidden gems you might find among them. Bubbling with anticipation, you smiled. Well, I'm ready to get started. I've got plenty of dishes in mind I could use ingredients for. Before your moms responded to that, they glanced at each other and smiled. Yes, that's a very good idea, Cliff. This place is much larger than it seems. It's difficult to visit each part in a single day.
I got it.
I'm sure we can make a decent dent together at least. Actually, since there are so many of us, we could take different sides of the market.
Sounds good.
Divide and conquer, eh? That sounds brilliant. Everyone watched your mom surprised. No one had considered that an option, but your mom flashed your group a dazzling smile, continuing with the thought. Though it's a little unfair that there are 4 Melody family members and only 2 Holdens here, so I'll go with you boys to even out the odds.
Okay.
That's fine with me. Cliff scratched the back of his neck and slowly met Cove's stare. They both seemed unconvinced but weren't sure what to say about it. Don't worry, we'll be apart for only a few hours and then we'll have something to talk about at the end of it. Father and son ultimately nodded. This was an argument they were going to win. Alright, I don't get the point, but I also don't mind spending the first part of the trip with Michiko and Ma. Ma clapped her hands together at that. Wonderful, are the teams ready to go? Hey, I didn't greet anything. Yeah, let's go. Can I be the one who goes with Holdens instead? You stayed silent? I want to go with the Holdens instead though. What the heck? Can I? You looked from your mom to your ma, hopeful that you at least get to explore the market with Cove. He perked up at the suggestion, but then he saw Ma was pouting at your request to leave her group. No, Ma, don't take it the wrong way. I just want to be with Cove.
Sorry.
No can do this time, kiddo. Damn it. I didn't mean to hurt my mom's feelings. Seeing that neither parent was budging, you slumped your shoulders. We won't be split up too long, right? Ma hooked an arm around you in a little side hug. You grinned.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michiko. Taking the lead, Mom walked over to towards Cove and Cliff, who were still eyeing her confusedly.
Let's go.
Come on, boys, we're heading out. Sure. Okay. Oh, Cove. I'll see you later, I guess. Cove looked at you softly and found himself pulled forward, stopping in front of you. His expression flickered for a moment, hesitant. Bye. Suddenly he twitched slightly, his whole body getting stiff. He jerked his gaze back at your mom, and you realized that she had grabbed the hem of his shirt. She gave it a small tug before letting go.
No.
Time's a wasting, Cove, and I've known you long enough to be aware that you're one to linger. If I don't stop you now, you only drag your feet on parting ways more. The two of you can survive one morning apart, probably. We have important shopping to do now. Cove gasped at what he felt was truly obscene thing to say. His face burned, but that was ignored by him. He spoke with an unimpressed roll of the eyes.
Seriously?
You don't need to literally pull me away from me, Chico. I'm not that clingy. Mom sniggered with a... Is that snickered? Sniggered with a shake of her head. Cove's eyebrows raised over the reaction. He turned to Ma. She wouldn't meet his eyes as she whistled innocently. They smirked ear to ear and Cove whipped his head towards his dad. Mr. Holden couldn't offer anything more than an apologetic shrug. It was only then it dawned on Cove that everyone did think that he was that needy. Don't make fun of Cove, who said you were allowed to say things like that to him. Cove is totally capable of being independent when he wants to be. There's nothing wrong with being attached, it's nice. So come on, Cove, you know how it is. Silently stared at him. There's nothing wrong with being attached. As long as you know when it's time to not be attached. You know? There's nothing wrong with being attached, it's nice. You meant it. And you meant it. You very much enjoyed Cove's company and his affectionate nature. But that wasn't exactly a denial of what he was being accused of. Mom's smile grew. Cove couldn't believe that he was being completely outnumbered. His mouth twisted as he struggled to come up with something to say in his defense. Yeah, well, so what? That admission had Liz, your mom's, and his dad bursting into laughter. Cove grimaced and walked several steps from the group before stopping. He clearly wanted to move on, so much that he was physically moving away. I'll see you soon. For a moment, you weren't sure if Cove heard you over the noise of the market, but then he nodded. He smiled softly, watching him get over his embarrassment and relax a bit.
See you later.
See you in a few hours. Take care of yourselves. At that, Mom picked a direction and set out into the market with Mr. Horn and Cove following behind her. Grinning, Mom sent them off with a big wave. Liz gave a daintier goodbye wave herself. Despite the change of plans, you were still glad to be there. You felt like a change of plan was a good idea. You felt unsure about it. You had been happy. Now you were annoyed. That definitely was a damper on your mood. Despite the change of plans, you're still glad to be there. Come on, it's a great vibe here. It wasn't what you'd imagined, but that didn't matter. There's a whole market to explore, and you couldn't wait to find some good stuff. When they were gone, Ma cheerily turned towards you and Liz. She put her hands on her hips. Do you think there'll be any nice ginger around here? We'll have to find out. You're not in agreement, keen to truly get the trip going. Ma led you both into the busy market. Some time passed browsing. There were only a few stalls you stopped at. You had fun chatting and laughing, pointing out various things to Ma and Liz, and vice versa. At one point, Ma stopped suddenly. She put a hand on her belly and gave a half-hearted smile. I think I should have used the bathroom before we left home, like the two of you responsibly did. Just need a pee?
Yes.
Yes, Liz. I have to visit ladies' rooms now. Should we wait here? Should Liz and I go on without you? Should we all go with you? Ma craned forward as she struggled to pinpoint the direction she needed to go. She gently considered her suggestion. There's no need to worry about me for this. Our waste of time standing around. Keep on shopping. Though actually, I might need help finding my way. Can you please come, Lizzie? Wait, you're leaving me alone to browse? You and your sister had to share a look over that. Why do that of all things?
Hey.
Ma, if anyone should go anywhere on their own, shouldn't it be you? You're the one needing a detour, and you're the parent here. Ma giggled and faced by the resistance. Liz, meanwhile, tipped the brow of her hat up, watching Ma skeptically. Soon enough, Chica will have to handle doing these kind of errands on her own. This makes good practice. What? Ma hooked an arm around Liz and pulled her along.
Have fun.
We'll find each other again later. Excuse me? Wait! The word burst from your lips of Ma and Liz waded into the crowd, but it was in vain. They were out of sight within moments, and what started as a group outing rapidly became you entirely on your own. I guess this is like how they let Liz be on her own when both moms took us out of the house, I guess in a way. But this is way more crazy and intense. I'm literally out by myself in front of the whole world. What am I supposed to buy? She didn't really tell me. Did we ever get that ginger? If not, that was my my objective now. They're out of sight within moments and what started as a group. Okay, I read it then. You're overwhelmed, you thought, screw them! You were done with this whole trip. You felt great being left on your own. You thought Ma was being ridiculous, but you don't mind. You didn't know what to think. I'm overwhelmed. You weren't prepared at all to be flung out here on your own. You walked off on your own. You found a place to sit where you left. You texted Code to meet up. I think I would start walking. You know, it's no point just standing in one space. Resigned to your fate, you picked up where you left off, browsing the stalls. One hooked your attention. Ooh, is this chocolate? Whoa, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, cookies and cream, caramel, chocolate, peanut butter, key lime, toffee, chocolate white peppermint, maple walnut, red velvet, and dark chocolate. I think I would just stick with I'd either go for it, cookies and cream and milk chocolate. While most stalls were selling various garden-grown foods, this one had an array of homemade fudge. There were even vegan versions of every option. You got closer to the stall, but soon your gaze drifted elsewhere. No, I would get closer. You sidestepped past a few other people and got yourself right in front of the counter for a better look. There was a wide spread, dozens and dozens of delicately cut squares of decadence. The owner smiled and approached you to explain their shop. The fudge is sold in boxes of 4 pieces. They either can all be the same, all different, or any mix you like. Are you looking to buy any today? You didn't want to get any. You wanted to get yourself a box. You wanted to get a box to show everyone. You wanted to get a box just for Cove. As much as I love Cove, I think it will be exciting to get one for like the whole group to share. The whole selection was too good to not to share. You wanted to get yourself a box. And I could also get a box just for Cove. Looking at the trees made you think of Cove. You grinned, hoping he'd like what you picked out. That's it. I don't need a box for myself. Yeah, I could use some fudge. I'm glad you came to the right place then. For the group, you picked... Oh, what should I pick? For the group. I think I should be safe, right? Caramel swirl. And... milk chocolate. Shit. Cookies and cream. And I guess dark chocolate. And for Cove, shit. What do I get Cove? Would Cove like key lime? I don't know what Cove would like. Cookies and cream, key lime, chocolate peanut butter, caramel swirl. There you go. The shop owner carefully put your order together. You couldn't help but try to imagine how Cove might react when you presented this to him. Everyone else was definitely going to be happy when you regrouped later. You paid, and there was no stopping the large grin going all across your face. Pivoting on your heels, you wove your way back to the center of the path. You pondered for a moment what you should do now. None of the stalls were catching your eye. What did grab your attention, however, was a head of familiar seafoam hair sticking out above the crowd. You knew instantly it was Cove. He hadn't noticed you yet, but he was walking in your direction. He held a couple of bags tightly in his hand. Strangely, you couldn't spot your mom or his dad anywhere. You let him go? You called out to him? No, I called out to him. Standing firm, you cupped your hands around your mouth for added projection. You took a deep breath. Cove, Holden, get your butt over here! Why would I shout that? He instantly stopped dead in his tracks. Alert, Cove's head snapped up and his eyes searched the crowd until they landed on you. His whole demeanor brightened at the sight.
Where'd you go?
Oh, you're so cute! I'm happy to see you too, Cove. I bought you chocolate. Or fudge, technically. Is fudge chocolate, technically? He weaved through past... I feel like it is. That's a stupid question I just said out loud. Passerby deftly in an attempt to get through as fast as reasonably possible, slipping around them with ease. Look, fate aligned us. We meet each other anyway. It only took a moment for him to arrive. It was undeniable that he was shopping by himself. You stared at him confused. Did you ditch your group? Cove crossed his arm defiantly, the bags twisting in front of him. Your mom took my dad and I ended up alone. Why are you by yourself? Mom, Liz abandoned me too.
What?
He's actually worried. I can't believe this happened to both of us. They planned it. They had to, but I don't know why. Are they pranking us? I don't know either. And you meant it. You couldn't fathom what your moms were up to. Cove shook his head, trying to clear his mind.
Well,
I guess things are just up to us now. Yeah. He's being responsible and buying actual food while I'm buying snacks. Sounds pretty, right? So, his gaze wandered off as if one of your parents might simply appear if he kept checking, and you could tell he was still processing the situation. He scratched the back of his head, looking sheepish. Do you want to forget about whatever's happening and go shopping together? Definitely shrugged. Happily you nodded. I'm not sure. Happily you nodded. It felt good knowing you were going to have company for the rest of the trip. Cove seemed to be thinking the same thing because his body seemed to relax.
don't worry about it.
Even if we have to make our own fun, we're gonna have a good trip. Cove smiled at you encouragingly. It made you feel more optimistic now, a little bit more hopeful. Glad that he was there, but still overall unhappy. Nothing. It was terrible to breathe away. No, more optimistic now. Having him there was already comforting, and now he also seemed determined to improve your day by any means. That had you looking forward to what was coming next. So, where to first? I don't mind going back the way I came, if it's new to you. It's not hard to miss stuff, even if I've gone past it. What have you gotten? Cove shuffled his bags around and started pulling them open so you could peek inside each one. You recognized the array of things you picked up around the market. I mostly got typical things I can use pretty easily so far, nothing super exciting. And while I picked up a few things I figured you might want to have too. There were a few tomatoes, some lemons, and sweet potatoes, among other things that were wrapped up so you couldn't discern what they were. Look at him buying actual food, and I'm over here. Fudge! You chose perfectly, thank you. What Cove bought made sense, but was far from a complete selection. You glanced around at the nearby stalls. Want to start over there? Cove followed your eyes as you pointed pointed at one of the larger stalls. It was filled with several kinds of staple fruits and vegetables.
Come on.
Yeah, let's go. Once a few people finished paying and moved, you and Cove got yourselves directly in front of the shop. There were so many things to pick from. Apples, oranges, peaches and strawberries. Peaches, strawberries. Well, let's get some peppers. Tomato. Wait, he already got tomatoes, didn't he? Oh, more tomatoes. Potatoes. Do we need potatoes? Sure. Carrots. Carrots, nasty. Wait, do I need all this stuff? You can never go wrong with lettuce and cucumbers. Alright, I guess I'll get some lemons and limes too. That's fine. That's everything. I don't want to be carrying way too much stuff. The shop owner put your selection together and handed it to you in a couple bags. Happily you paid and waited for Cove to make his purchase. Ready to go? Cove grinned, satisfied with his new choices. He had added another bag to his small but growing collection. You nodded.
All right.
Okay, now let's go. Together, you and Cove wandered the market on the lookout for any stalls that caught your attention. Cove was walking around with a spring in his step, talking about the various meals ideas he had in mind. After a while, you had to go greater distances to find something of interest. Several of the stalls were selling the same goods. It was only a matter now of which you wanted to buy from. You continued ambling down the path until Cove disappeared suddenly from your peripheral vision, pulling you away from your thoughts. Cove? You spun around, spotting him some steps back. He was standing still. You followed his eye line past the crowd. Immediately you knew what grabbed him. Homemade jams and local honey. Yo, that would stop me too, holy shit. That stall was glittering with quaint glass jars stacked high, each encasing gels of varying colors. Cove's eyes were practically sparkling at the sight. His feet automatically began to take him there, likely without being fully aware he had made an unexplained detour. Literally, Cove is me right now. Tyler would hate when I would do this because I would just aimlessly go on my own way. When you got closer, you're surprised there were even more varieties than you thought. There were even different honey based on what type of pollen the bees used. Cove's focus seemed torn between a bottle of blackberry jam and one clover honey. Did you say you want some honey? You said just to tease him? I wonder what on earth could you possibly want at this stall. Everything looks really good. You shook your head at him disapprovingly. You quietly left him to his dilemma. I think it would... I need to stop goofing around, but I'm gonna goof around some more. Dumbfounded, Cove nodded in response. His face was burning red. You grinned, way too pleased with your own joke. You thought things over for yourself, too. Oh, wait. Orange blossom honey. Yo, can I just get everything? Strawberry jam, honey butter, spring wildflower honey, clover honey. Yo, I'm just gonna get everything. Can I just get everything? I'm literally getting everything. You paid the shop owner and started putting together your order. They carefully packed it in a few bags of paper. Thank you very much. Immediately watched Cove give in and just buy both the clove honey and the blackberry jam. He also went all in, getting spring wildflower honey and plum jam too. The shop owner thoughtfully wrapped each in a brown paper to protect them before putting them away in a bag. He handed the purchase to Cove.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for saying that. You both stepped away from the stall. Cove didn't fail to notice the look you'd been giving him since he agonized over his toast toppers. Hey, doesn't go bad for a long time, so why not stock up? I could have chosen one if I wanted to. Which is true. I should ask Tyler if we should go find like a local place to get some jam and honey. Sure, and I get it. Why do you think I got so many too? Good then. Dude, my arms are probably like dying from all this heavy stuff. As you began to stroll, Cove looked up at the sky. He smiled. It was sort of unexpected, considering all of this was technically an errand, and unexpected changes often upset him. But he was happy, and Cove liked doing this kind of normal thing. And you could tell that Cove especially enjoyed doing these kind of things with you. You blushed thinking about how comfortable doing this with Cove felt. You were feeling better than you were before. You were just feeling down. Cove's pleased attitude annoyed you. Yo, fam, what the fuck? You blushed thinking. It felt more than normal or mundane. It felt right. I'm glad you were having a good time. We're so domestic. I wonder what the others are doing right now. You remain silent. I'm glad you're having a good time. And you meant it. Cove's good mood was only helping to boost your own, and you were thankful for that.
So?
Are you? Yep. We put an emphasis on the popping a P. Cove chuckled at your response, happy to see a change for the better in your mood. Later, when you spotted a less crowded area, you took a break from browsing. Cove started rummaging through one of his bags just to check on how his goods were doing. A smile grew on his face as he went on to the next. You chuckled, knowing for sure that Cove wouldn't let anything go to waste. He was gonna eat it all. You held a hand out in front of your face and squinted upwards. The sun had moved quite a bit. You've been at the market for a good while now. Neither your feet nor your arms were sore right now, and Cove looked to be doing fine too, but there was something that could be coming. There was a price to pay for this much shopping, and it wasn't always just in money. Can you give me a piggyback ride? Can you carry my things? Want me to carry your bags? Want a piggyback ride? You quietly enjoy the break from walking. He can't give me a piggyback ride. We're fucking crazy for asking that. There's so much. He will die. He will die from all the weight. I'm not gonna be selfish and ask for a piggyback ride. You quietly enjoy the break from walking. There was a breeze you just barely noticed in the air, and you contentedly sighed, happy that the weather was cooperative for the market and made things even better.
Hey.
Want a ride? Wait, what? Wait, Cove. Wait. Oh my god. I was trying to be nice and be like, he can't. But he offers. Staring at him quizzically, you raised an eyebrow. Cove chuckled awkwardly, and his cheeks turned a light shade of pink. He tried again. I mean, a piggyback ride. You could take a little rest. I don't mind. Yeah, okay, I like that. Thanks, but no thank you. Could you just carry my things? No thanks. Can I... Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, I like that. Cool. Cove crouched down low so you could climb on. You pressed yourself against his back and comfortably wrapped your arms around his neck. Once you were in position, he stood. Your head steadily rose high above the crowds. It was lifting your spirits pretty literally. Cove huffed, letting out a breathy laugh. Are you okay? Yeah, I just realized this means I'm the one carrying all the bags too, not just you. Should I get down? No, I've got it. Cove! I could just get back down, dude. Cove took a few test steps and then stopped. He grinned, pleased with himself. Ready to get going? Keep an eye out for any good deals while you're up there. You got the best view around. You laughed and leaned backwards away from him. Cove gasped, lurching forward to get you back in place. My eagle eyes see all. Not a single deal will escape me. Cove snorted, amused at your enthusiasm. And with that, you and Cove continued your trip through the market together. Mom had both texted you during the trip, though only to say that they hoped you found some good stuff and that they'd see you later. There were no answers on where they went or why. You and Cove continued to wind your way through the bustling market, the list of outstanding items steadily shrinking while bags grew heavier. As you had an unrivaled view of the market thanks to Cove's height, locating the produce your heart desired had been easy. Carrying every single thing purchased as well as another person made it hard for Cove to check on his phone, so he made do without. Eventually, though, he'd said that he ought to check if anything important had come through, so your ride came to a stop out of the flow of foot traffic, and you dismounted his back. Cove rearranged all the bags he was carrying, freeing a hand so that he could pull out his phone. You watched his eyes dart over the screen as he read the waiting messages. Not important. I can reply to that later. He mumbled his verdict under his breath. Then Cove's face scrunched up with confusion.
Huh?
Wait, I've got a message from my dad. Listen to this. Cove, I wasn't part of the plan. I didn't know what was going on when I left with Michiko's mom. Where are you? He sent that ages ago. I didn't hear come in. He sent another one since then. Says he hopes I'm alright and that he's not bothering me. The news one says everybody's going to the parking lot soon and we can meet up there. He lowered his phone, eyes narrowed. The same conclusion that was settling on you had landed on Cove as well. So it was on purpose. He lifted the phone again, staring hard at the screen. Didn't my mom pull this stunt when we were little? You know that time she took us to the mall? At least your mom said that she was leaving. My mom's had a plan. The mall thing was spur of the moment. Is this a mom thing? What your mom did was even worse. I don't remember even saying anything. Is this a mom thing? Cove blinked, slight frown furrowing his forehead. He didn't seem to know how to respond to this. The crowd of people passing by stayed as noisy as ever, a sharp contrast to the silence that had fallen over you and Cove. He was rubbing the screen of his phone against his shirt, wiping away dust and debris. He continued scrubbing the screen longing after anything could have remained. The action of poor substitute for pushing away the awkwardness of the moment. You felt alright about it all. This whole mess was so upsetting you. Your fears, you didn't care about what your mom had done. You're struggling to comprehend this. The shock was too fresh for you to even know how you felt. I mean, I was mad at first, but I'm alright now. I mean, at first I was upset, but I'm with Cove now, so I'm alright. I guess I'll just say the shock was too fresh for me to know how to feel. It had all been deliberate. A part of you had still believed it was a misunderstanding. Fine. How are they going to explain this? I can't believe them. You sniffed, trying to hold back tears. You groaned the sound, expressing your misery in ways that words couldn't. Okay then. Cove leaned down, making his eyes level with yours. He laid his hands on your shoulders, grounding you. Wait. What's going on?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm kind of confused, but I'm fine. His voice was gentle. I'm peachy. That's good. Abandoning us without a warning wasn't really a cool idea, even if they meant well, which they probably did. He looked at you straight in the eyes. You're really nice and understanding. Not making a big deal out of this is only one single example of that. But you don't have to be nice all the time. Stuff can bother you. That's okay too. Oh, thanks, Cove. People will understand. I'll understand. I can't. I don't have anything to complain about. Maybe I am kind of mad. Okay, I'm disappointed. You can be kind of annoying to me. Whoa, you didn't say anything. Okay, I'm disappointed. Maybe I am kind of mad. I mean, I was mad in the very beginning. So maybe I am kind of mad. Cove nodded as if he'd been expecting it all along. I didn't want things to be like this, but they didn't even talk about it. I didn't get a chance to say anything. Cove listened, nodding gently as you unburdened yourself. You then drew a deep breath. The fresh air steadying you. You didn't stop until your lungs were full. Cove watched over you, still concerned.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, even though I guess it's not exactly my fault this time, but is there anything I could do to make you feel better? Even a little bit? Dude, Cove, you're so kind! You're too kind! It's not even your problem! You already have? You're not the one who can make this better. You shook your head. Hey, aren't I the one who's supposed to help you with your parents? Can I have a Can I have a hug? Oh, can I have a hug? Cove spread his arms wide, his expression as open and welcoming as his stance beckoned you forward. You couldn't help but smile at how easy that was. You threw yourself into his embrace, squeezing him in your arms. Cove I'm so happy I could ask for a hug. Cove held you. It was restorative, rivaling even the best night's sleep. You parted, the smile on your face still bright. Cove smiled back at you and patted your arms, giving you a little additional reassurance, just in case the hug hadn't been enough. No, I want a kiss then. Clearly he was underestimating the charm of his own hugs. After a moment, he stepped further away from you, face turned. Cove closed his eyes and took a deep breath, his brows creased and furrowed deeper into his scowl, his arms tightly coiling together. So they did do something stupid, I knew it. His voice had taken on an exaggerated quality, but what truly distinguished it from Cove's typical speaking tone was the abundance of rage. This is such a chore. Parents are so dumb. Why do people have to go places with family members anyways? I hate them, and I also hate farmers markets. He's like, okay, let me make sure my baby girl is alright, and then I will outpour all my feelings. You got it instantly. It had been years since the boy with the bowl cut had been in town for the summer, but Cove had never forgotten. To this day, he continued to unleash his impersonation whenever— oh, okay, I thought he was doing this himself whenever the moment felt right. Sometimes you wonder if the act had grown more exaggerated over the years, or if the kid really was always that ridiculous. You burst out laughing, you shook your head at Cove's silliness, played a long, smart quietly. That kid is never gonna live that down, huh? You quietly sighed. I think I would laugh. And every time it never failed to crack you up. I was so thrown off, I was like, wait, is he really? Cove gave you a lopsided smile, letting the joke rest for now. Come on, we should probably go meet up with the group. Yeah. You didn't dally any longer, slipping back into the crowd and making your way towards the entrance of the farmer's market. It didn't take long to reach the parking lot. Your parents, Mr. Holden and Liz, were already waiting there, and they waved at both of you as you approached. Aw, Mr. Holden! Your own family seemed to be in pretty good mood, in contrast to Mr. Holden. He stared at Cove with open concern as you got closer. Hey, bud. Hey, Michiko, how you doing? We'd be doing better if we hadn't been abandoned in a farmer's market by our families. You saw your mom's frowning at his response. Mom glanced from Go to Mom with blinking eyes. Just because Michiko tries to make things a good time no matter what doesn't mean you can just leave her out of your plans and expect her to go with it every time. Cove! Wait! He's sticking up for us. Wait! Oh, wait. Don't make my parents feel guilty. Even though that was wrong of them. They could have just told me, like, hey, we're gonna go to the farmer's market. Like, if they just told me, I think I wouldn't be as upset. But they just randomly did it on me. Mom hung her head, ashamed, and Mom had a hand pressed to her cheek. You could tell they were quickly regretting their schemes.
I'm so sorry.
Her words were full of emotion. Mom squeezed Ma's arm. We were trying to make the errand more of a trip, less of a chore. Ma nodded. We didn't think you, Cove, and Liz wanted to be stuck trudging around a market with your parents all day. I mean, I think as you get older, not everyone, I'm not going to say this for everyone, but I feel like as you get older, simple things like that means like a whole lot to you. Like just the small things. Like just doing laundry together or just like cooking dinner together, shopping together. All those small things mean a whole lot to me. So like, I would want to be with my family just shopping together. Because, you know, you don't know, I'm getting sad now. You don't know the next time that you get to do things like that with people. Especially not in the summer. But you're always very thoughtful and don't like to leave your moms behind, so we did ourselves. It was only going to be for the market, not the other stops, I promise. Still, you're right. We could have just told you and let you make your own call. I really am sorry. Neither of us meant to upset
I'm really
you.
sorry.
All gas, no brakes, and we should have known better. Sorry. Ma ditched me too after pulling her urgent potty break stunt, if that helps. I went off to do my own shopping as it seems they planned.
Sorry.
Sorry I didn't check back in with you. I wasn't thinking just try to blow it off. Oh, it's okay, Liz. You quietly took in their stories of what happened over to the site. Cove was talking to his dad. Thanks for telling me something was up, though I feel bad for missing the warning when you sent it.
You're welcome.
It's no trouble, sport. I learned my lesson about making surprise plans. Besides, I've got to register every thought that wanders through this head by you first, right? That sounds about right, yeah? Cove smiled at his dad. Mr. Holden laughing clapped Cove on the back.
Not bad.
Wow, we're really being outplayed today. You realize you hadn't been the only onlookers to the Holden's moment. Your moms were exchanging rueful looks. Liz had her arms crossed over her chest, patiently waiting it to all fold. Yes, looks like it. We better find some way to catch up.
In that case,
Maybe we can do Michiko's chores for the next week. Mom jabbed Ma on the shoulder. You might be onto something. Michiko, how do you like the sound of that? They looked at you hopefully. Sounds good to me. Make it 2 weeks. You're gonna have to do more than that. Think about it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to. I think we do. Come on. And at the very least, we can make sure everyone stays together for the rest of the stops we're making today. We're making more stops? It's like literally almost night. Where else were we going? I mean, I'm not mad because, you know, more quality time as a family, but y'all nodded at suggestion. We won't let you down. We'll be the best sheepdogs ever, guarding the flock and catching any strays.
funny.
We could at least be shepherds. Chuckled, your mood lifting in spite of the bumpy morning. It was going to be alright. You turned to the entrance of the farmer's market for one final glance, pressing into your memory under this new light. Am I gonna give them the fudge yet? You thought on what you picked up at the market and how you were going to enjoy it later. Some things you could only get from local suppliers like this. That was another perk about coming along to the market today. Actually, you realized this will be a good time to bring out the fudge you got to share, while everyone's clustered together. Your attention, please! I have something for you all. The announcement grabs everyone's interest and they looked over at you, each curious about what you had in store. You dug your hand into the bag and pulled out the specially selected treat. Or treat? Yeah. There was this great fudge stall, and being so kind and generous, I got a box for us to try together. Ooh!
Aww.
That's so sweet of you. The Holdens are wearing matching grins at the prospect of free dessert. Their family resemblance more notable as they mirrored each other's expression. Sweet is the right word for this. Thank you very much, Michiko.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're fantastic.
Great! Can't wait to bust it open. We should save it for tonight. You can't properly enjoy a treat when there's still chores to be done. Besides, we don't want to make a mess with it melting in this heat. The others murmured their agreement and nodded, reaching consensus. You saw the box away safely for now. Cove then saddled up next to you, an eager smile on his face. You could tell from his expression that he was up to something. Thanks again for getting fudge. It was really cool of you. You knew he hadn't come over just to thank you individually, not with that huge smirk. I got something to share too, but, well, only really with you. I guess I'm not as nice. Oh well. You've been plotting your own scheme. He laughed. Anyway, well, I sort of picked something out with you in mind. That's so cute. You held a hand to your chest, staring at Cove as he explained further. Since your moms decided we should shop separately, I figured I could use the time to get you something, just as a little surprise. He reached into one of his bags and drew one of the wrapped up objects. You accepted the unexpected present and looked on excitedly as you tore off the paper. It was a glass bottle of orange soda. Oh, I love orange soda! You didn't need to taste it to know that it would be nice. It was a boutique product. It was heavy in your hands, and the container and smart metal cap reaffirming the quality. Even the label, constructed from coarse paper rather than a flimsy sheet of plastic, was distinctive. Dude! Yo, Cove? Shit. You're practically bouncing in anticipation. He smiles sweetly at reaction. It's not a big deal, but I just thought you might like it. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to. You're so wonderful. You smiled at him. You're always getting me things. You shook your head at his antics. You didn't have to do that. I can't believe we both got each other something. You weren't the only one who had that idea. Actually, we're a real pair. He grinned, ready to unleash your surprise. You weren't the only one who had that idea. Huh? His eyes began to widen. I got something for you too, when you weren't around. There was a burst of laughter first from your mom, followed by a chorus of chuckles from the other three. You'd forgotten that they were still hanging around. Unfortunately, they hadn't paid you and Cove the same courtesy and had been listening in on your conversation. You weren't even apart for a whole day, and you both still used that as a chance to get each other little gifts. While clasped your hands together, eyes bright.
Good job.
That's so lovely. A day? It was less than a whole morning.
Right?
True, I don't even want to think about what happens when you spend real time apart. Well, I don't want to. I don't want to think about that. That's my boy. You reached back into the bag where you had first retrieved the box of fudge for everyone, shuffling it aside to take out the other one underneath. You smirked widely, not wildly, widely, amused that the others were still watching you. The first box was for the rest of those people to split among themselves, but I got an extra special one all for you. Cove's face lit up, his grin stretching from ear to ear. The laughter that came from the others, who were fully tuned into your little show, didn't appear to reach him.
Seriously?
Really, it's only for me. Cove reached out and took the box in both hands, holding it like a precious treasure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Cove, no, thank you. He looked at you with shining eyes. And at this rate, it wouldn't just be your little group that knew you'd been treating him. The whole parking lot was going to learn about it. Behind Cove, you could see Mom watching you both with a smile of hilarity. See, this is why he's so attached. You've spoiled him. You shouldn't make fun, Pam. It's clearly mutual. Besides, I don't hear you complaining when I'm spoiling you. Ma pinched Mom's cheek, making her laugh as she batted the hand away. True. Liz clapped her hands together with the air of a teacher calling for attention. Since the other adults aren't acting like grown-ups, the rest of us are going to have to pick up the slack. It's time to get back on schedule and continue with the rest of the errands. Playtime is officially over. Mom laughed while Mr. Holden grinned awkwardly. Mom hung her head in an exaggerated display of mock defeat. Kids are tough, and I can't even call them kids anymore. Liz tut-tutted with amusement at her mother. Cove shrugged, staying a neutral observer, but the small smile on his face revealed that he was enjoying the conclusion. Sorry, that term has expired. I feel like no matter how old you are, you're always like your parents' kid. They're still gonna call you kids, so... You grinned, letting them know that you were at least partly joking, though really you and Cove and Liz could hardly be called kids these days. You were glad that everyone was getting along. With that, your trip to the farmer's market was closed. It was time to move on. There were too many of you for one car, so you and Cove had wound up in Mr. Holden's car on the way over. You figured it made sense to do the same for the next leg of the journey. You sat next to Cove in the back. Oh, you're so cute. Immediately after the click of the seatbelt in its lock announced that Cove was safely strapped in, he began to unfold the box of fudge he'd been given. Aw, you're gonna eat now? Uh-huh. Oh, so cute. He nodded eagerly, not taking his eyes from the container. He lifted the top off and longingly admired the selection inside. Is the green fudge lime? Yeah, key lime. That's amazing because it's fudge but also fruity somehow. It looks like cookies and cream. That's a really cool flavor for fudge. They have one with caramel. Wow, it's gonna be nice. That's peanut butter in there, right? Mm-hmm. It's chocolate peanut butter mixed. Oh, that's so good. Once Cove had finished bestowing praise on what you picked, he promptly started sampling the selection. He was smiling, licking his lips, and having a grand old time. You could also tell from the way his nibbling was turning into munching that the box wasn't going to survive the trip to the next stop. You were right. Cove had tried to save the treats, claiming just one more until there was only one left, and the steak was finally forced to be true. He finished the last one too. He sighed contentedly.
Thank you.
Again. He's so cute. Eats them all in one go. Those really were great. You're welcome. He set the picked clean box to the side, then rested his hand on his spoiled tummy. Cove wasn't going to be hungry for a while after that. From there, he sat wordlessly, gaze drifting to the window. You knew Cove well enough to spot the signs of when he was physically present but mentally elsewhere. The way he would follow quiet, staring without seeing, the long blinks, all of which he was doing right now as he looked at nothing in particular. He licked his fingers absent-mindedly, getting the last of the melted fudge off his hand. You were pleased he'd enjoy it so much. Is it too late to ask for a taste? Oh! Oh, dude! Dude, I would have enjoyed a bite too, you said seriously. You looked away, feeling bashful over how well your gift had been. Yo, should we ask this in front of his dad? We're adults, so right? We're 18. Could we? Mr. Holden, please ignore this question. Please ignore this question. Is it too late to ask for a taste? Mr. Holden, please ignore my question. Pretend you did not hear any of this. Poe straightened up at the sound of your voices. Poe's stiff. He turned away, his hand smacking over his mouth instead. He waggled your eyebrows at him jokingly. So, what were you so lost in thought about? Cove idly rubbed at his face. Honestly, I was just thinking about how nice it is to know you. Oh, he's just thinking cute thoughts about me, and then I'm just fucking around here. It, makes life better and everything. Though he's turned away from you, his eyes were round and sincere. Not that this is a new revelation, but today was another reminder. I'm lucky. That's so sweet. I feel lucky too. You laugh happily. You blush. His words stunned you. I feel lucky too. He peeked at you from the corner of his eye. Eyes, still too shy to look at you directly. You smiled at him affectionately, eliciting an equally caring smile from Cove in return. You felt content, secure in your relationship with Cove. Decided to enjoy your drink now? You want to save the drink for later? Let's just drink it now, so I can share with him. You twist off the cap and brought it to your mouth. Even before the first sip reached your lips, the scent tickled your nostrils. You took a swig. It was refreshing, the perfect way to hit the spot after a long morning trawling through the market. Not bad at all. Thanks, Cove. He grinned at you, pleased that his pick had been well received.
You're welcome.
You spent the rest of the day completing the remaining errands all together as a group. You had enjoyed your brief independence. You were glad that you closed the day with everyone. Ma had been true to her word and ensured that you spent the rest of the time with the Melody family and the Holden family in one place. It had been a wonderful time, a lovely high note to end on. That was so cute. And I'm glad we got to tease him. That was so stinking cute though. I love all of it. I just love it all. The talks, I'm very worried about that one. But anywho, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful and I'll see you guys in the next one.